TV soap news and spoilers say that in the sultry, neon-lit world of Beyond the Gates, where shadows cast long webs of deceit and every glance hides a motive, the latest episode has left fans reeling with a revelation that threatens to upend everything we thought we knew about Haley and Randy. The air is thick with questions, none more pressing than this: was Randy, the enigmatic figure cloaked in a false identity, Haley's secret partner all along? As the plot twists like a knife in the dark, let's dive deep into the heart of this mystery, peeling back the layers of betrayal, loyalty, and forbidden alliances that define this gripping drama. A shocking scene in Uptown. The episode opens in the dimly lit corridors of Uptown, a place where secrets fester like wounds. Haley, a woman whose poise often masks a storm of inner turmoil, slips away from the crowded main room, her face pale and her steps unsteady. She disappears into the bathroom, a sanctuary of solitude, or so we thought. Minutes stretch into an eternity, and when she emerges, the sight is harrowing. Her hands tremble, her dress is stained with crimson, and pain etches itself across her features. Blood, stark and undeniable, tells a story of its own. But what story? The audience is left clutching at fragments of truth, desperate to piece them together. Haley's refusal to let Danny, her closest confidant, take her to the hospital is the first clue that something is gravely amiss. Her insistence on keeping Danny at arm's length, her voice laced with both fear and determination, suggests a secret too dangerous to share. Instead of seeking medical help, Haley turns to a stranger, or so she claims. Enter Sammy, a man whose sudden appearance raises more questions than answers. But loyal viewers of Beyond the Gates know better. Sammy is no stranger. He is Randy Parker, a man whose past is as checkered as the casino floors he once roamed. Randy Parker, a man of many faces. Randy Parker is no ordinary drifter. His history is a tapestry woven with threads of loyalty, betrayal, and survival. Once a trusted employee at Joey Armstrong's casino, Randy was more than just a cog in the machine. He was a man who knew where the bodies were buried, metaphorically and perhaps literally. His friendship with Doug McBride, forged in the crucible of childhood, is one of the few constants in his turbulent life. Together, they weathered the storms of youth, their bond unshakable even as the world around them grew darker. But Randy's life took a perilous turn when he crossed Joey Armstrong, the casino's ruthless kingpin. In a moment of reckless ambition or desperate need, Randy stole a significant sum from Joey's coffers. Worse still, he attempted to eliminate Kenny, one of Joey's inner circle, in a botched act of violence that left him exposed. The consequences were swift and merciless. Joey, a man who thrives on control, would have ended Randy's life without a second thought. But fate, or perhaps loyalty, intervened in the form of Vanessa, Joey's fierce and formidable partner. Vanessa's confrontation with Joey is a masterclass in power dynamics, a scene that crackles with tension. Standing before him, her eyes blazing with defiance, she issued an ultimatum that would alter Randy's destiny. "If you kill him," she warned, her voice steady as steel, "I walk away from this partnership forever." Her words were not a plea but a promise, backed by the weight of her influence. She proposed a deal: Randy would vanish, leaving behind no trace, and in return, Joey would spare his life, neither tracking nor harming him. Joey, caught between his pride and the risk of losing Vanessa, relented. He banished Randy, sparing him only because of a debt of loyalty. Randy had once exposed Joey's ex-wife's affair, a betrayal that had cemented his value to the casino mogul. And so, Randy disappeared, or so it seemed. His reappearance as Sammy in Haley's hour of need is no coincidence. It's a calculated move in a game where every player hides a card up their sleeve. The enigma of Haley's condition. Haley's sudden ailment is the spark that ignites this powder keg of intrigue. The blood, the pain, the secrecy, all point to a miscarriage, a tragedy that would shatter any woman. But in Beyond the Gates, nothing is ever as it seems. Whispers among fans suggest that Haley's pregnancy might have been a fabrication, a carefully orchestrated lie to manipulate those around her. If so, the miscarriage could be a performance, with Randy, under the guise of Sammy, as her co-conspirator. But why? What drives Haley to such lengths, and what binds her to Randy in this dangerous dance? One theory posits that Haley hired Randy to help her stage this dramatic ruse. Perhaps she needed to cement her position in Uptown's cutthroat social hierarchy, using a false pregnancy to garner sympathy or deflect suspicion. Randy, with his knack for slipping through the cracks of society, would be the perfect ally. His false identity as Sammy allows him to operate in the shadows, aiding Haley without drawing attention to their connection. But the stakes are high. If their deception is uncovered, the fallout could be catastrophic, not just for Haley and Randy, but for everyone entangled in their web. Another, more tantalizing possibility emerges. Could Haley and Randy be more than partners in crime? Could they be bound by a deeper, more personal connection? Some speculate that Haley might be Randy's wife, their marriage a secret buried beneath layers of lies. If true, the child they lost, or pretended to lose, could be theirs, a shared tragedy that fuels their desperate alliance. This theory casts their every interaction in a new light, transforming casual glances into moments heavy with unspoken history. The pain in Haley's eyes, the urgency in Randy's actions, could these be the marks of a love tested by loss and secrecy? The web of loyalties and betrayals. To understand Haley and Randy's potential partnership, we must first unravel the intricate web of loyalties and betrayals that defines Beyond the Gates. Joey Armstrong, with his iron grip on Uptown's underworld, is a central figure in this drama. His decision to spare Randy was not an act of mercy but a calculated move, driven by Vanessa's ultimatum and Randy's past service. Yet Joey is not one to forgive or forget. His agreement to let Randy go feels like a ticking time bomb, a promise that could unravel with the slightest provocation. Vanessa, too, is a wild card. Her bold stand against Joey reveals a woman who wields power with precision, but her motives remain opaque. Was her defense of Randy purely strategic, a way to maintain her leverage over Joey? Or does she harbor her own secrets, perhaps a connection to Randy that goes beyond the surface? Her role in this saga is far from resolved, and her presence looms large over Haley and Randy's clandestine maneuvers. Then there's Doug McBride, Randy's childhood friend and a man whose loyalty has been tested time and again. Doug's silence in the face of Randy's disappearance speaks volumes. Does he know where Randy is? Has he been complicit in Haley's scheme, or is he another pawn in a game he doesn't fully understand? The bond between Doug and Randy is a thread that could either anchor them or unravel everything, depending on how the truth comes to light. The stakes of exposure as Beyond the Gates hurtles toward its next episode, the tension is palpable. Haley and Randy's secret, whether a staged miscarriage, a hidden marriage, or something even more sinister, cannot remain buried forever. Uptown is a place where secrets are currency, and those who hold them wield power only until they're exposed. If Haley's pregnancy was a lie, the revelation could destroy her credibility, turning allies into enemies. If she and Randy are indeed husband and wife, their exposure could ignite a firestorm, drawing Joey's wrath and shattering the fragile truce that spared Randy's life. The role of Sammy adds another layer of danger. Randy's false identity is a thin veil, one that could be torn apart by a single misstep. If Joey or his enforcers discover that Randy is not only alive but operating under their noses, the consequences would be dire. Joey's pride, already bruised by Vanessa's ultimatum, would demand retribution. And Haley, caught in the crossfire, would face the fallout of her own deception. A world where trust is a luxury Beyond the Gates thrives on its ability to keep viewers guessing, and the mystery of Haley and Randy is its most compelling puzzle yet. The show's world is one where trust is a luxury few can afford, and every alliance is tinged with suspicion. Haley's decision to rely on Randy, a man with his own demons, speaks to either desperate necessity or a bond forged in fire. Their story is a microcosm of the show's broader themes: the cost of ambition, the fragility of loyalty, and the lengths to which people will go to protect what matters most. As we await the next episode, the questions multiply. Will Hailey's secret hold, or will it crumble under the weight of scrutiny? Is Randy her savior, her partner, or her undoing? And what of Joey, Vanessa, and Doug, each a player in this high-stakes game? The answers lie just beyond the gates, in a world where truth is as elusive as a shadow in a storm. The drama awaits. The saga of Hailey and Randy is more than a plot twist. It's a testament to Beyond the Gates' ability to weave a narrative that is as emotionally resonant as it is suspenseful. Every detail, the blood on Hailey's dress, the haunted look in Randy's eyes, the unspoken tension between Joey and Vanessa, builds a story that demands our attention. As fans, we're left to speculate, to theorize, to piece together the fragments of a puzzle that grows more complex with each episode. Will Hailey and Randy's secret be their salvation or their downfall? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. TV soap news and spoilers for more updates on Beyond the Gates.